Hello my dear friends, so welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today upon discussion with my father, I have learnt a new thing in Vedic astrology, that is how to determine the strength of planets and how to determine whether some planet is weakly posited in your horoscope or not. See, this is the simple technique. You just need to have basic understandings regarding the debilitation of the planets. Like which planet is debilitated in which zodiac sign, and you must have to have understanding of the basic Kal Purusha Kundali. Let me give you one example so that you can understand. See, first house, that is naturally the house of Aries. So in the sign of Aries, planet Saturn is getting debilitated over there, and the planet Saturn is weakly posited if it is in the 12th house and if it is in the second house. So that is the most weak placement of Saturn in your horoscope. In the similar way, this concept applies to all the other planets as well. But let me tell you how we reach to this conclusion after discussion. See, first of all, planet is debilitated in certain zodiac sign and in certain house as well. Let us take the example of planet Mars, which is debilitated in the sign of Cancer, that is originally in the 4th house, where Mars is dealing with lot of emotions and it is actually a soldier. So Mars don't want to deal with the emotions. So as soon as Mars is coming in the 3rd house, it means Mars is just entering the sign of Cancer. So what is going to happen with these planets? These planets, they are becoming very fearful of entering the sign of debilitation. As soon as Mars just start to enter into the sign of Cancer, so Mars is becoming very fearful over there. Like I am getting debilitated at some place. And immediately after coming out of the debilitation sign, that is the sign of Cancer, Mars is moving towards the next, that is the 5th house. So here Mars is also feeling lot of insecurities. Here the planets are totally puzzled in such a way they don't know what to do. Similar case when I put you into some kind of a very totally uncomfortable situation and you understand there is some adversities coming in my life and I have to face this adversity, and immediately after coming out of that adversity you will feel like completely shaken up. Similar thing is happening with all the other planets as well. First of all, the planet Moon, which is debilitated in the sign of Scorpio, that is in the 8th house. So irrespective of the zodiac sign, please don't look into zodiac sign, just look at the house placement of the planets. So if Moon is posited in your 8th house, that is originally the debilitation, Moon is debilitated in the 8th house, irrespective of the zodiac sign. So Moon in the 7th house and Moon in the 9th house, these two placements of Moon are the most weak positions. Because in the 7th house, Moon have to deal with the emotions of not only there but with other individual emotions. And similarly, as it is going into the 9th house, it is becoming more weakened. The planet is becoming much frustrated before entering into something, and after coming out of that thing, that planet tend to lose some of its abilities. So in the 9th house, Moon tend to lose some of its abilities. You can relate this thing to the Karak Tattvas of the planets as well. Karak Tattva means significance of the planet. So if Moon is the significator of the mother, I will tell you some karmas are going to be deeply associated with your mother in this case. So if Moon is in the 7th house or it is in the 9th house, it means some pending karmas are associated with your mother. This is the just basic prediction that I am giving you. By looking into the zodiac sign placement, we will be able to predict into much detail, like what are the heavy karmas that are associated with this placement. Secondly, with planet Surya, Sun is debilitated into the sign of Libra, that is the 7th house. So if Sun is in the 6th house in your chart as in the 8th house, it means some pending karmas associated with your father. And in the 8th house, some pending karmas associated with your in-laws as well. So here Surya will feel totally uncomfortable, like I am out of my realm. Sun is exalted in the sign of Aries in the 1st house and you are putting directly into the debilitation. So here Sun will feel totally uncomfortable in the 6th and the 8th house. That is the most uncomfortable, or I can say the weak position of the planets. Even though if suppose any planet, Surya is exalted in the 8th house, in the sign of Aries, but still it will consider as a weak planet. I don't know whether you are familiar with the concept of the Shad Bal or the Bhav Bal. So Shad Bal and Bhav Bal, it is also, I will cover that concept into some separate video along with the like planetary conjunctions in the Bhav Chalit chart as well. So that is a separate thing. But I will tell you, Surya will still feel its weaken effect into these two houses. Similar case with planet Mars that I have given you example in the 3rd house and in the 5th house. Some pending karmas either with the siblings, land related matters, property, or with the childbirth. So that are going to be the part of this Mangal. Next with the planet Mercury. Here is a case with Mercury. Mercury is debilitated in the sign of Pisces. So Mercury don't perform very well in the 11th house of incoming gains. Although there are going to be certain constraints behind this formula which I am teaching you right now, but usually it is sane because benefic planets, although they are not perform much into the 11th house. What is going to happen here, planets are very short lived. Like on the temporary basis, they are going to deliver good amount of results. Mercury in the 11th house, yes, this will give you temporary results in your life or the temporary solution. There is no any permanent solution if Mercury is in the ascendant. I will tell you that is also the worst case scenario in your horoscope. Even if Mercury is alone in its own sign, it is exalted in the ascendant, but it is just coming out of that debilitation. So Mercury don't perform well in the ascendant. That is also one of the main reason behind these individuals. They fail to make any kind of a logical decisions as well. Or if they just make logical decision, they make the rational decision. Like only thinking about one aspect of the life and ignoring all the other aspects. Similar case with Brihaspati as well. Jupiter lose its significance in the 9th house and in the specifically into the 11th house of incoming gains as well. I will tell you with the passage of time, Jupiter is not going to perform well in the 11th house because it is just came out of the debilitation. That is richly the 10th sign of the Capricorn. And Jupiter is also fearful in the 9th house as well. That is originally it is its own house. But the sign of Sagittarius, it represents that kind of a belief system. So here Jupiter is very firmly connected with their own belief system. But immediately that belief system starts shaking. You need to look into the planetary degrees as well. Look whether the planet is at 0 degree or 30 degree or 29 degree. Then you are going to experience these results into much deeper way. Similarly in the 11th house, Jupiter is not going to feel much comfortable. If Jupiter will start giving money in the 11th house, it is going to give you lot of money, millions or billions of dollars. But if Jupiter immediately start extracting money, then you will lose hope. There is no hope for the planet Jupiter. That is a karka of optimism. You understand why these things are happening? You look into your horoscope as well. If suppose you are having Jupiter in the sign of Sagittarius in the 11th house of incoming gains, if you start making money, you make a lot of money. But if you start losing money, you lose a lot of money. And that is behind this sutra. Next with the planet Saturn. Saturn is debilitated in the sign of Aries, that is in the ascendant. So Saturn don't feel much into the 12th house. I will tell you that is the more like unpredictable Saturn whenever it is in the 12th house. You can also look into the conjunctions of these planets. If suppose Sun is with conjunction with planet Moon in the 12th house, it means heavy pending karmas associated with the mother, or it may be with the foreign lands. Or as soon as Saturn is in the 2nd house, that is with your family, that is with your speak, your voice. So that are going to be karmic bonds that are associated with the sign of debilitations as well. Similar case with the planet Venus as well. Venus is getting debilitated in the sign of Virgo, that is originally the 6th house. So Venus in the 7th house, that is becoming the Karka Bhavanashu. It means the significator of that house is sitting in its own house. So here Venus is very weakly posited. Similarly, Venus in the 5th house, that is also a very weak position because Venus is afraid, Venus is very fearful in that attempt. Also, these planets become very protective in a way as well. If they are in the 7th house, Venus is in the 5th house. These individuals, they are becoming very protective towards that houses. So that overprotectiveness towards something, that is also a dangerous thing. And similarly, I will tell you, mostly with the benefic planets, you can see these kind of results happening into day-to-day life as well. So that is the complete analysis regarding this technique, and I hope like you have found some insights in this video as well. And this video is just for the learning purpose, and I will invite my father as well maybe in the upcoming videos to share more insights regarding this thing. So if you have any queries and any consultations till now, please contact me at my mail ID. I'm going to respond you back as soon as possible. So till then, subscribe my channel below and make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this technique. And please take care of yourself. Make sure to follow me on Instagram as well. I'm going to meet you very, very soon in the next video. Bye-bye.